The Battle of Strasbourg, also known as the Battle of Argentoratum, took place in 357 CE and is a pivotal event in Roman military history. This clash marked a significant confrontation between the Roman Empire, led by Caesar Julian, and the confederation of Germanic tribes known as the Alemanni. At its core, the battle represents a decisive Roman victory that showcased the strategic acumen of Julian, later known as Julian the Apostate, as he successfully repelled the Germanic invaders. This victory was not only a demonstration of the might and resilience of the Roman army, but also a turning point that temporarily safeguarded the Roman frontier along the Rhine River, stabilizing the region against future incursions. The significance of the Battle of Strasbourg lies in its impact on both Roman military morale and the political standing of Julian. Militarily, it reaffirmed Roman dominance in the face of barbarian threats, showcasing the effectiveness of Roman tactics, such as the disciplined use of heavy infantry and the strategic positioning of troops. Politically, it bolstered Julian's reputation as a capable leader, enhancing his legitimacy and setting the stage for his eventual rise to become the Roman emperor. One illustrative example of the battle's significance is Julian's use of a false retreat tactic to lure the Alemanni into a vulnerable position, demonstrating superior strategic planning that is studied in military academies even today. Another example is the aftermath of the battle, where Julian negotiated favorable terms with the Alemanni tribes, securing peace in the region. This diplomacy underscores the importance of combining military prowess with strategic negotiation for long-term success. Opinions supporting the importance of the battle often highlight Julian's leadership and the disciplined execution of Roman military tactics as key factors that eventually influenced the later stages of Roman defense policies. However, potential challenges to this viewpoint include the argument put forth by some historians that the victory, while significant, was temporary and did little to stave off the eventual decline of the Western Roman Empire, which continued to face threats from various barbarian groups in subsequent centuries. This point connects to the broader narrative of Roman military history by exemplifying the delicate balance between tactical brilliance and the sustainability of Rome's vast territories. Though a celebrated victory, the Battle of Strasbourg underscores the ongoing challenges Rome faced in securing its borders against persistent external threats. It also highlights the interplay between military action and diplomatic efforts, influencing subsequent Roman strategies and the empire's approach to dealing with its neighbors. The prelude to the conflict, Germanic incursions, refers to the series of movements and invasions by Germanic tribes into Roman territories, leading up to the Battle of Strasbourg in 357 CE. This period is marked by increased pressure on the Roman Empire's borders as various Germanic groups sought to expand their influence, acquire resources, or escape pressures from other tribes. These incursions were not isolated events, but part of a broader historical pattern of migration and conflict along the Roman frontier, known as the Limes. The significance of these incursions lies in their role as a catalyst for the Battle of Strasbourg, which was a critical moment in the defense of the Roman Empire against external threats. The Roman ability to repel these invasions was vital for maintaining stability and control in the region. One example of these incursions is the movement of the Alemanni tribe, who crossed the Rhine and took advantage of Roman military distractions in other parts of the empire. Their incursions threatened key Roman territories and prompted the need for a robust military response. Another instance is the pressure from the Franks, who often infiltrated Roman borders, disrupting trade and creating havoc in frontier towns. These actions forced Rome to adopt more flexible and strategic military strategies to counter nomadic warfare tactics, implementing reforms, and strengthening border defenses. In supporting the idea of Germanic incursions, Some historians argue that these tribes were not merely aggressors, but were in search of better lands due to overpopulation, climate change, and pressure from the Huns pushing westward. However, there is a controversial viewpoint that suggests these migrations were part of a larger existential threat to Roman civilization, driven by aggressive expansionist motives, a claim that oversimplifies the complex relationship between Rome and the Germanic tribes. These incursions directly influenced the Roman military strategy under commanders like Julian, who led the defense at the Battle of Strasbourg. Understanding these incursions provides crucial context to the battle itself, illustrating why the Roman response was necessary and urgent. The Germanic pressures helped shape Rome's military policies and border defenses, reflecting a continuous adaptation to external threats and highlighting the precarious balance of power during this turbulent period. Consequently, this prelude intricately ties to the main topic, showcasing the underlying causes of the battle and framing its historical significance. The Roman strategy and military preparations for the Battle of Strasbourg in 357 CE played a crucial role in the successful defense of the Roman Empire against the Germanic invaders. This approach involved meticulous planning, strategic innovation, and effective leadership, which collectively demonstrate the tactical prowess of the Roman military. At its core, Roman strategy encompassed both the logistical aspects of preparing their army and the tactical deployment designed to outmaneuver and eventually subdue the opposing forces. The significance of this strategic preparedness lies in its definitive impact on the battle's outcome, allowing the Romans to withstand a significant threat to their territorial integrity. The victory ensured the stabilization of the Roman frontier along the Rhine, bolstering the empire's security and deterring further incursions for some time. This battle not only demonstrated Rome's military might, but also preserved the relative peace within its borders, allowing it to continue its focus on internal consolidation and development. An example of Rome's strategic effectiveness was the use of disciplined legions under the command of capable leaders like General Julian, who later became Emperor Julian the Apostate. His reformative approach and emphasis on rigorous drilling and discipline were instrumental in maintaining troop morale and ensuring their combat readiness against the numerically superior Alemanni forces. Furthermore, the Romans employed sophisticated battlefield formations such as the checkerboard-like quincunx, which provided both flexibility and strength, allowing them to exploit weaknesses in the enemy's lines. Some historians have praised these preparations as exemplary of Roman military adaptability and innovation. The deployment of light cavalry to harass and unnerve the Alemanni, for example, was a testament to Rome's ability to integrate different types of units into a unified fighting force. However, challenges and controversies surrounding these strategies include questions about the sustainability of such military expenditures and whether they strained the Roman economy over time. Critics might argue that while effective in the short term, Rome's heavy reliance on maintaining a vast standing army contributed to long-term fiscal burdens. The strategic and military readiness in the Battle of Strasbourg does not exist in isolation. It significantly influenced the broader context of Roman defense strategies against barbarian invasions. This approach underscored a continuing evolution in Roman military tactics that adapted to changing threats, illustrating the dynamic interplay between preparation and execution, which was vital to the survival of the Roman Empire amidst constant external pressures. The Battle of Strasbourg, also known as the Battle of Argentoratum, which occurred in 357 CE, was a significant military engagement in which Roman forces successfully repelled an invasion by Germanic tribes. Central to understanding this battle are the key figures involved, specifically the Roman and Germanic leaders who played pivotal roles. On the Roman side, The primary figure was Julian, later known as Julian the Apostate. At the time, he served as Caesar and was a skilled military commander who demonstrated strategic acumen that was instrumental in Rome's victory. His leadership not only secured the Roman Empire's northern borders, but also bolstered his reputation, ultimately contributing to his ascension to the position of Augustus. The Germanic forces were led by King Chnodomarius, a prominent leader of the Alemanni tribe. He orchestrated the assembly of various tribes to launch a concerted effort against Roman territories. Despite the eventual defeat, Chnodomarius's ability to unify these groups underscored the persistent external threats faced by Rome during this era. The significance of these figures lies in their embodiment of broader themes of leadership, military strategy, and cultural conflict. Julian's victory at Strasbourg was not just a military triumph, it was an assertion of Roman resilience and tactical superiority, themes that were critical in maintaining Roman territorial integrity during a period of constant pressure from various barbarian groups. For the Germanic tribes, Chnodomarius's leadership illustrated their persistent resistance against Roman expansion and their evolving military capabilities. One real-world application of this point is in understanding leadership qualities that can determine the outcome of critical confrontations. Julian's decisive actions at Strasbourg provide a case study in effective military leadership. Another example is in the study of coalition building among disparate groups, as demonstrated by Chnodomarius's ability to unite various tribes, which remains relevant in contemporary geopolitical strategy. However, opinions on the effectiveness of these leaders can vary. While many historians laud Julian for his skilled leadership, others critique his subsequent policies as emperor. Similarly, while Chnodomarius is respected for his unification efforts, his ultimate defeat suggests potential overreach or misjudgment. Challenges in examining these figures include the scarcity and bias of historical sources, which can lead to a limited or skewed understanding of their actions and significance. Additionally, alternative viewpoints might explore how these leaders' actions influenced the eventual decline of the Roman Empire or the transformation of the Germanic tribes into more advanced polities. Ultimately, the roles of Julian and Chnodomarius in the Battle of Strasbourg illuminate the complex interplay of individual leadership and broader historical forces. Their actions at this battle not only impacted immediate military outcomes, but also influenced long-term dynamics between the Roman Empire and its Germanic neighbors, framing a pivotal moment in the ancient world's balance of power.